Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau and Samantha Perry with you on another absolutely picture-perfect Sunday afternoon here in Hollandale Beach.
Wow.
Look at that. Fast main track, firm turf course to PETA as well. And it is the day after. And you just saw it there. Great job by the boys upstairs putting that together yesterday as well. Great job by everybody. But sovereignty, Tom Brady, sovereignty in the Fountain of Youth. What a performance.
It really was. All day it was just banner performances, some really competitive turf racing. The return of Mind Frame was really fun to watch. Just all in all, such a fantastic day, and everybody that was out here, it was fun. They were firing away, and just a lot of fun. Great job to everybody upstairs too. You guys killed it yesterday.
Yeah, and we'll get into the Fountain Youth a little bit later, but Mind Frame was just stunning in his comeback.
I thought so too,
yeah, I mean that's a horse of the year kind of horse, and I can't wait to see where he goes. And I think we found out some things in the Fountain of Youth, and maybe we didn't find some things in the Fountain of Youth as well. We'll get to it in the lightning round, but we've also made it to Sunday, and it is a mandatory Rainbow Six Sunday, and there you see it. The carryover, I believe, is close to $450,000. Yeah, and we usually, we tend to prognosticate 9 or 10 times the carryover, and that puts us right at $4 million.
Yep, and with the fast track firm turf course, all turf and dirt racing in the pick six, only one to PETA race today. So, oh man, what a sequence. I'm excited to see what you did in your ticket. We got mine, we've got Ron Nicoletti's. Ron and I put a video out there, so a lot of fun today.
Yep, we got some late scratches and changes just right before we came on the air, so we'll run you through them. And of course, Pete is upstairs as well. But let's get going now because we've got a lot to get into. The opener's a fun one, too, to kick off the early pick 5. We'll take a look at my ticket now. This ticket, both of my tickets, are the very late scratch that was huge that came in. So a couple tickets are going to get whittled down. Not this one, but coming up in race number 2, I've got the 5 on top, and that is We See You. In race 6, you can see the single there of the 4, and that's Gail's Evening. In race number 4, the top pick there is the 2. I scratch into Uncaged, comebacker for Todd Pletcher, who's just all of a sudden got an embarrassment of riches with his 3-year-olds. And in race number 5, I'm on the 1, Chaina. Right back for Kent Sweezy. Boy, is Kent going good on a $24 early pick 4 ticket. And as I alluded to, the opener is a fun one. It is a real head scratcher. We're going to stretch these 3-year-old fillies, out to 1 mile and a 16th, the short stretch finish line. Now, if you heard yesterday, a couple days ago actually, we backed the starting gate up a little bit to give them a little bit more of a fair run. It's a very quick run into the first turn. So the distance, the short stretch obviously is the same, but you get a little bit more of a run up here. Competitive group, Samantha. Love You Morgan on top for you on the stretch.
Yeah, this is my best bet today here, and we'll take a look at a small snippet of the race last time, because this was a filly that she had no early speed, so the 6 furlongs was too sharp, but we're going to see her right there. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thank you, Bob. All right, now watch this, and there's Sugar Fina. Man, you guys are just so good here. Look at this. There's Sugar Fina. Both of those want more ground, but watch Love You Morgan on the gallop out here, and they're right there. So passing the winner, passing the second place finisher, she's just got that long bounding stride. She needs as much ground as she can get. We'll get it today.
Daughter of Union Rags out of a first dude mare, so that is 2 turns through and through. I don't like any of the proven runners. They're all slow, very slow, but they're slow together, with that being said. Now, so I'm going to go with the first-time starter. I don't have anything on Frio Town. Bill Mott, nice little pedigree here, a daughter of Curlin. They paid $675. Bill, boy, how on top of the world is Bill right now? With Sovereignty, we draw well. Plenty of works here to say that she seems kind of ready.
There was a breeze on her on the 15th. She worked solo, which is interesting because Bill Mott doesn't work a lot of horses solo. She seemed fit. She's got a nice long stride, and she did everything in hand. Now, a couple of her works were solo. I wonder how she is when she gets some competition.
The other Safi, we'll call, well, maybe the Safi, I don't know. She's 5-2. Yeah, is Champagne Brunch with Irad. So she's a player in here. She'll route on the main track for the first time.
Yeah. I said it from the beginning with this filly. I don't know, the breeding a forestry dam to a gun runner. That's forestry and a lot of grass on the dam side, and then breeding to a gun runner. She didn't want any. I mean, she ran okay because she's got some class, but I like the dirt way better.
Yeah, I think this is she could really move up today as well. Early pick forward, race number 2. We're on the turf here. Rails are out at 59 feet, and what's a $25,000 maiden claim? We're just scratch the AEs, 13 through 16. They are all out. I'll send that ticket out a little bit later on, and we're going to start with you, and you are on the 3, and that is La Touche for Antonio Sano on the big drop, special weight dropper.
Yep, big special weight dropper, adds Lasix. This filly has got to be a part of things earlier on here. We saw that yesterday. You just have to be very close or very close or in front. John Velasquez had a good day yesterday as well, so we'll see.
What a ride by John Velasquez in the finale.
Oh,
I love
capture
that
the flag.
ride.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
Man. About the only horse that didn't win on Elite was the horse I needed to for
That's
everything.
really the only one, yeah.
It's a fun game we play here. We see you as the 5 for Jack Sisterson. Tyler's here.
Yep.
Big drop last time and woke her up, and I would think she's one of the ones here.
Yep.
Party Queen's a giant number in here. What do you got going on there?
Well, blinkers come off.
Okay.
I love this move. She's going to get back to the turf on a little bit more of a class drop. I just like the Lasix on here. And in the past, she has shown speed. Now, that was at Kentucky Downs, which is a very speed-favoring turf course.
It was this year, for sure.
But possibly, my hope with Raylu Gutierrez is you've got the rail, your blinkers are off, come out of there running, and let's just see how quick she can stay up.
All right, I like it. Race number 3, we're on the Tapeta at 5.5, and what is a $10,000 claimer? Fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. The big late scratch that came in right before we jumped on here was the 2 Bedrock Birdie. It was going to take a lot of money. Was a huge player. Jose Leon is going to ride the 3. What's going on? So take note of that as well. I was always singling the 4 anyway, but you've got American, of course. If she finds her form, she'll be tough. I don't know if that's possible
I don't know either. I like the class drop here.
Sure.
I like jockey Luis Saez staying aboard as well. 2 good things for sure, and the good news is being drawn outside of Gail's Evening, maybe that can put her away.
Sure.
Maybe.
Let's take a look at Gail's Evening. I like what Victor's doing here off the claim. He's not getting greedy.
Nope.
He's right back for 10. They claimed her from Jen Young and Powder Pop, who does such a good job, and she's just outclassed the field here.
Yep.
Kind of we'll call it a workman-woman-like, I guess,
Yeah,
win. But it was very, very solid. I certainly don't think she was really asked for all that much, and boy, she's, to me, especially with the scratch now, every bit of 7 to 5 in here.
Yeah, and I think the main thing to note from that replay is Lita and Sonet's name. You don't really want any part
That's a good point,
out of that race. Yeah,
they were in there as well.
They were 2nd and 3rd, but yeah.
Very, very good point. We mentioned Todd Pletcher with an embarrassment of riches. Well, he might have one more now in race number 4. We got an optional claimer for the 3-year-olds here. A couple of scratches. They're going to go 6 furlongs. A couple of scratches. The 5, CK Wonder. The 6, Deportivo is out. The comebacker is Uncaged that I've kind of hinted at. I don't love him today. I do scratch into him. Let's take a look at Rolando, who I guess, if nothing else, he's going to like 6, right?
Oh, yes. You like this horse. I'm surprised by the tone of your voice here. You told me you liked the way he ran here, that he ran really hard. Look, the whole front end of this race, he was on a hard drive. Super Times, he's one of those horses that just picks up ground late. River Thames was still good. All things considered.
He was, and we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
I wanted to beat him up a little bit.
Yeah.
I have to retract that a little bit. He was okay yesterday.
Yep. So I love the cutback here. You've got Tyler. He's been aboard this horse before, and you've got speed. Go for it. Yeah,
this is a huge cutback move for this horse, and he's in front in here. And now Uncaged. Okay, here's a Curlin winning at 6 furlongs. On debut at Saratoga. What the heck does he want to do with 6 furlongs? It was a muddy track. It was a very, very fast race for that kind of group in August of a 2-year-old season. Where you been? I don't know, but this is an exciting comebacker for Todd.
It is. But on the other sense of that, I've got him in 4th. The work, the last few works, he was working in September at Saratoga, then was gone till January, and then there's only, 5 works on the page, so read into that what you will.
Yeah, he looks like a short horse. He looks just like Sovereignty was a short horse, too, and we saw how that worked out in the Fountain. 48-5. Josie Carroll's trying to get these horses to run on dirt. It hasn't quite worked out yet. He works fast over it, though.
Yes, he did. Okay, and we talked about this horse in the office a couple days ago. I went and I watched this work. 40-5 is actually working okay.
Okay.
So that's just some food for thought here. A big, long stride.
Got a little.
Might run out of ground, though.
Yeah, got a little class to him. I'm sure she's gearing him up for the King's Plate up there at Woodbine. This is a starting off point, but he looks like he can run a little bit. Race number 5, one more before the big rainbow and the break here. 6 on the main here, 6250 claimers. It's a clean field of 8 fillies and mares, and you are on the 4, and that is Traverse. So you better look out now for off the claim, first time dirt for Marty Drexler.
Yeah, admittedly, I don't really know what to do with her here. I like the fact that she drops in class.
Sure.
You look at one of her dirt races where she finished 3rd. She ran really well, but she was disqualified and finished 4th, I should say. But the dirt race before the claim was not that great, but it was just against way better. I don't know about her today. Maybe she can step up. I don't trust her. How about that?
Yeah, I agree with the last part of your statement. Here's the bugaboo. Marty's amazing off the claim.
Very good.
She did not run off the claim last time.
Nope.
Not at all. So we'll see what we get today. I'm on Shayna. I had her last time. Let's take a look at it. She got back to the main track last time, and she was darn good for Kent Sweezy.
Yep.
We got to figure something out from down inside here. The rail did not look like it was a great spot yesterday. You could even see it with mind frame.
He was laboring.
Yeah, when he got off the rail in mid stretch and tipped out, he kind of found himself again. This was a pretty dominant win. Miguel's Bell did what she does, and she always fires. Give her credit.
Yep.
But Shayna was good here. Kent is rolling.
Yep.
So I think she's a big player, but like
Agreed.
I said, let's just be a little trepidatious being down on the inside. Let's take a quick break here. We've gotten the 5 down quickly. When we come back, it's Rainbow 6 time. It's a mandatory day. 4 million maybe. We've all got tickets. We got a lot to get into. Stay tuned.
And they're off.
Win big with new DRF All Access Past Performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access Past Performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
Welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau, Samantha Perry with you. Beautiful Sunday and the fun day here at Gulfstream Park. It's a mandatory Rainbow 6, $4 million in play today with a huge carryover that's already approaching $500,000, 331-ish in the PM. We're going to show you 3 tickets, and then we'll get into this sequence. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot of replays and all that stuff. Ladies first, so we will go with Samantha. I have not seen your ticket, so I'm looking forward to checking this out. Let's see what we got.
Well, so I lost my single in race 10, but I replaced it with another single here. Not as confident. All right, we'll get into this race. Race number 7. I do have the 7 on top, Bold Looker. Race number 8, I am spreading. That's the start of the Tropical Turf Pick 3. I do have the 9 on top. That's in Esprit. Race number 9, I've got the 6 on top, Brian. That's Con Compañía, the Chilean bred, getting Lasix for the first time. Race number 10, I did lose my single of the number 2, Kid Cairo, so I will single Classic Creation very hesitantly, very cautiously single that horse. And in the finale, I have the 2, Palo on top. $96.
All right. Let's go with Ron's next, and I'll wrap it up. Ronnie's going to be out here, of course, for race number 1. He's got a $129.60. No singles for him. He'll talk about it. He'll tweet it out, and we'll get into it a little bit later. You can see his spread is in race number 10, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. That's a tricky race, that marathon on the turf. Let's take a look at my ticket now. I'm higher, okay? I've got 2 tickets, and when I tweet this out later on, I've got a budget ticket as well. That's $48 if you don't want to spend this. But this is an aggressive play for me. 3 deep in the opening leg. I'm using everybody but 1 in race 7. The top pick is the 4, and that's Pirate Radio. You can see my single in race number 8, and that is Here for a Good Time. That is my best bet of the day.
Right.
I've got to get leverage somewhere.
Yep.
I don't have anything clever in race 9. I have Dilger on top with the 7 Beastly Speed on the outside. Race 10, I don't know who was your best bet because I never had that horse. Was that Kid Cairo?
Yes.
Okay. I've got the 10 on top in there in a race. Make sure you know the same thing as last time. Mudawi draws in.
Yep, and he won.
He drew in last time at 32-1.
Yeah.
Make sure you pay attention to that. And race 11, my goodness, I hope we're all alive. It is a doozy. I'm using Samantha's pick in second, Palo, but my top pick is Bite and Strike for Bill Mott, and certainly Bulldoze for Team Pletcher, and Rapoli and Irad will be tough in there, and that's the 9. There's a $192. Like I said, though, I'll send out a budget for 48. That's a little bit lower. Let's get into it now. Race 6, Scratchbug hit us in this optional claimer for the fillies and mares. Do take note, this was late as well. The rails are at 59 feet, okay? Take note of that. I don't know if it's that big of a deal in a condensed field. The 1, Tiger Bell, the 4, Etrurian, that's the big one, and the 5, Oh Darlin'. They are all out. Samantha goes with the 3, and that is Bust. Unfortunately for you, 2 things happen here. Bustin' Bullet, you lost your value, but you got a real chance now with Etrurian coming out. You're loose in here.
Yeah, well, and she was going to be my long shot.
Yeah.
That's completely out of the water now. So, but she's got speed. We'll look at the replay because we can kind of loop
Tiffany Gold
and Tiffany Gold in here as well. Look, Opponent's Hope took the lead and never looked back. Everybody else was just chasing, and then guess what? Opponent's Hope came back and did it again in Stakes Company.
Yeah, good point.
Yep.
Good point.
Bustin' Bullet just really busting it, trying to get up there. Now Tiffany's Gold as well. Tiffany's Gold. Tiffany Gold kind of. Does she have some hang in her?
Yeah, she's got a
little
little bit of the H word in her.
Yeah. Now, Bustin' Bullet that was just wrapped up at that point.
That's what you call getting fried.
Yeah, completely fried. And then what's the point? You're not going to just whip and ride the last bit of that race. What's the point of that? So.
Yeah, she is a massive move up today with the scratch of a Turian. What's going on out here? You get to the front, you win. It's as simple as that. She is going to take a lot of catching. I'm on the 2, Creed's Gold. I like the comeback on Tapeta. She's got turf form as well for Mark Cassidy. Good to see Mark here in person yesterday winning stakes races. That was pretty cool. So you got to use Tiffany Gold, but I don't disagree with my partner here. A little bit of an H in there. She's got maybe she'd have a couple more wins than you would think. Good luck in race 7 to kick off this late pick 5. What a doozy on the turf. 1 mile at the bottom here, 62.50. These are 4-year-olds and up. Another late scratch as we came on the air. The 6 Royal Act is out of this race. The 11 always was. That is the thrill of victory. We'll go to battle with 9. Let's take a quick look at her late 5, and then we'll get back into this one.
Yeah, it's just honestly, it's a run back here. So there's the single in race 8. If you want to add somebody into race 10, I maybe would. You double the ticket, but there it is for $36.
All right, now let's get back into it. I'm using everybody but the 2, okay? Because I have no opinion at all. The scratch was actually the last horse I was including, and it's that kind of race because you have a horse that I don't have in my top 4. That is on my ticket, though. I just don't have it in my top 4. This is Bold Looker. Carlos Navarez has been very, very good. We're going to go off the claim. I got that work on the 22nd highlighted. It looked like he was moving pretty good.
Yeah, across Palm Meadows track, that is good. You look at the races a few starts back, the 2 wins back-to-back, and those were really strong efforts here. The sloppy track, I do not like that race. The Bringer of Rain Royal Act race, I'm not a fan of that race, so maybe it'll make a liar out of me, but I'll go back to him on a fast main track.
Well, that's the elephant in the room here because that was a really good race, but it was on a sloppy main track, so what do we care about that today? You know, that's the tricky part about that. I'm on the 4 Pirate Radio, was in over his head last time. I like the 3L win 2 back. It was a fast race for the level. He's got the right kind of tactical speed and hopefully stamina. This is a demanding 1-turn mile. You better be close, I think, early on. What do you do? All right, here's Grand Tower's a scary horse. He's run 11 times. He's never run on the main track.
Yeah, that's very scary here for trainer Victor Barboza. And when there's some intent when you get jockey Luis Saez aboard, a perfect post position. I think this horse is fit for this. Even though that it's been a couple of months since the last race, I like the 2-turn races, like just through and through has that stamina of 2 turns, and so we'll cut back.
I'm going to tell you what, it's going to knock out a lot of tickets regardless of who wins. Amity off the claim with Bring Her a Rain. I know I don't necessarily believe in the race either, but he's got a good race 2 back,
he does.
too. You can't not use him on a real ticket, that's for sure. How about race 8? What a good one this one is. 9 furlongs in a maiden special weight on the turf. The 3-year-old fillies will go at it here, Big scratch of the 7, Tellus Maker. That's a big one. The 14 and the 15 are out. It's going to allow the 13 to get in at 59 feet. She's in a world of hurt from out there. I'll tweet out the late 4. There's nothing going on there that you don't already know.
And Tropical Turf pick 3.
Oh, let's take a look at that, though. I want to take a look at that. The TT pick 3.
Yeah, 15% low takeout, $3 minimum. I paid like $3,000 yesterday. That was hard to make. Oh, $36. You see, there's just I'm really working on the Terra Nova horse for Irad. That's gonna just be very decisive for me today. And in the finale, the 2, like I said, Frankie Dettori and Brendan Walsh. $36 is the play on this incredible bet. Make sure to get involved.
Yep. Let's get back into it now because this is a difficult race to have. The good thing is you can check out the double will pays to see if anybody's overly live. In Esprit. Clement, first dirt.
Yeah.
First time turf, I like the fact that this daughter of Flincher, who's bred top and bottom for turf, legged up on the Tapeta.
I do too, because to be honest, I don't think I would have liked her too much just debuting at 1 1/8 right here. Very slow to break. They didn't really bet her too much, but she ran well. What kind of trip is she going to get today? I hope one that's a little bit faster on the front end at least, Brian. Maybe a little more involved in the race early on because you don't want them running away from you. But she closed nicely.
I can't believe you didn't pick the 2. She's my best bet of the day. We're going to try Turf here. Justify out of a Speightstown mare. Going to love it.
Yeah.
She's going to get loose, too. Go try to catch her.
Yeah, that's honestly, you're exactly right. Yeah,
yep. Louis going to put her on the engine. She chased 46 and 2 on the Tapeta. She'll be in front in here. Woke up with Lasix and 2 turns last time. We got to take a look at Table Flirt.
Yes.
Tellus Mater is out. I want your opinion of this race because Soldoro looked like she was going to be a champion. Wait till you see the winner, of this race just level off in the lane. Table Flirt is a darn good second in this spot here. She added Lasix. Soldoro came back and was not good at all.
No.
At, I think, odds on in her next race. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think the main thing with Table Flirt to me is you're supposed to win from right here.
You're supposed to win, but she got run down by an absolute dynamo in the lane.
I just almost wonder, to me, my comments on Table Flirt was this might be a horse that just will always find one better.
Yeah.
Like we'll fall into the trap of continuing to bet the horse.
I think that's
she might
fair.
run well, but maybe she's just always going to be, always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
That's fair. 2 horses that had trips, but one of them is not noted in the running line. One is. The 5 More For Sure had a real trip last time.
Yep.
Could have, should have won.
Yep.
She is rising in class. The 11 Long Wave steadied at the 16th pole. Correct. Had no run whatsoever.
Yep.
Don't overlook that with the 11. She wasn't going anywhere but backwards when she steadied.
She just ran in place. That was my note on her too. Yeah.
Exactly. Good one in race number 9 on the main track, as Samantha said. All turf, all dirt here in this rainbow. 6 furlongs and an optional claimer for the older horses. Big scratch of the 3, Uncaptured Warrior, because Safi's got the big favorite, Dilger. He's going to scratch out the 3. You're trying to blow this thing up, though, with a horse we have absolutely no idea about, huh?
Well, yeah, but this is my move. A 5-year-old getting Lasix for the first time. I love when older horses, especially Europeans, get over here with Lasix. Now, I have not seen the works in the morning. I talked to Mike Welsh, who does the Clocker reports about this horse, to see how he's been working, and he said he's been working nice now. But that's I don't feel as confident, not seeing with my own eyes. But if anything, we know this horse likes this sprint distance. I need to see how fit this horse is because that makes me nervous. But one good thing, he's been working locally, and I think that is important, working on this main track.
8-time winner in his native land of Chile.
Yeah.
This is a way better group today, but
big time.
He's won 8 races, and he's 5 for 8 at 6 furlongs. I got nothing clever in here.
Yeah.
Dilger ran well last time. He just caught a buzzsaw. Brian Lynch into Pleasure. That's a nice one for Brian. That's going places. Ran yesterday. Dilger's now second off. The rail's a little sticky, but he's clearly the horse to beat. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. A good little comeback race last time.
I want Beastly Speed though, because I like this post. I like his speed. I like his form. Yeah, we're going to show him. He was good last time. To be sure, he's got a little versatility for DeBona, And, Raging Fury was 9-5, and he kind of laughed at him here off the turn.
He did. You look at this race, Beastly Speed has speed. Great Lilo has speed. Payzone has speed. It looks like it sets up for Dilger quite a bit.
Yeah.
And what do you do with Marty Drexler's horse getting the dirt for the very first time?
Yeah,
Have a super day.
We'll see. Have a super day. I don't know. Marty's tried this 3 or 4 times. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if he's throwing something at the wall or not. Obviously, he's got a Tapeta horse.
Yeah.
If he doesn't work, we go back to the Tapeta. Race number 10. Good luck. 1.5 miles on the turf. Awesome race here. Optional claimer for the older horses. Kid Cairo. The 2 is out. 12 Barrage is out. The 14 is out. That's Thomas Aquinas. The 16 is out. Lamplighter Jack. What that means is, as it did last time, Mudawi gets into the field. He won't be 32-1. I promise you that. And the 15, Philip My Dear, is in this race as well. Traditional rail setting. We like that. A little bit of a fairer race. I'm with you. We're not going to show this replay, but Classic Creation had a little trip last time too. I thought he ran very well behind Mutawid and Il Siciliano.
Yeah, he did. And the good thing about him is I think you can give him a little bit of credit because he hadn't been seen in a long time. So that's a good sign here. Irad will stay aboard. Those big days yesterday just remind us. He reminds us every day, but he just is such a phenomenal jockey here.
No doubt about it. All right, let's show you. I'm on the 10. That is Went True. This is my long shot. We mentioned Marty Drexler. He's back. Marty's had this horse in the past. He hasn't run him on turf since he got him back. The only turf race of recency was the Elkhorn at Keeneland. Well, he's no Elkhorn horse, okay? That's a grade 2 marathon at Keeneland. I'm stabbing. He's got some speed. Maybe he's a player in here. We want to show you Vesting. We want to show you Lenthare, I believe Pete pronounces it, and Kid Cairo.
Kid Cairo's out.
Unfortunately, he's out. I don't understand why they keep betting the 5. What am I missing with him?
Lentharis?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure either. It's so weird. Well, okay, how about this? The race.
Vesting ran well.
This race here. Look at Lentharis. This is why they bet him the next time. This was Lentharis' 2 race back. Look at this spot in the red cap there.
He always finds trouble.
Yeah, that's true. But look at Junior's arms. He's like, he just can't get through anywhere. But I do agree with you there. What you're just wrapped up on. But the next time out, he should have run better than that. And Il Siciliano and Mutawi just laughed at him.
He was way back there. I don't know. I don't get this horse at all. I think his form is questionable, to say the least. Mudaweed, Mike Maker had a marathon distance with these reclamations on the turf. You better pay attention to him right back. And don't think that was a fluke at 32-1 at all. I think for whatever reason they just forgot about him.
I think so.
Last time he should not have been. He could have been 12 or 15. I'm not saying he should have been 3-1, but point is, what a good one in the finale. It's the split division of the one earlier on the card. 9 furlongs, 1 1/8 on the turf in the maiden special weight here. This one is for 3-year-olds, though. Excuse me. Rails at 59 feet. Again, you're on the firster for Walsh and Frankie Dettori. We saw him yesterday. He's going to be here now. It's pretty cool. He's on Palo.
So Paolo, I saw a breeze on the 7th of February on the grass course. He's working with a horse named Dublin's Knight, who was second in the maiden special weight, the walk-in race on here's the breeze right here. Thanks, guys. So Dublin's Knight is a nice horse for Brendan Walsh. Now, Paulo's on the inside here, and you see the rider's hands. He just has this horse picked up and traveling just easy here. Dublin's Knight has already had a race at this point, and Paulo didn't let him go by. I mean, he kept his head right there with him the whole time. So I like that breeze today. Will we show some speed? I'm not sure, but I love that Brendan worked this horse from the gate right before running him. I love those quick gate drills right before the race.
Irish bred through and through. Nice European pedigree. I'm on Bite and Strike. A wake up on the turf last time for Bill Mott. The Hall of Famer is going to add blinkers. His should be put in the race a little bit early on. I think that's big. Clearly the race goes through bulldoze, right? He ran so well on debut for Pletcher.
He did. My comment on him, he comes out of the Dublin's Knight race, which is, he ran okay, but it was hard to get a good read on him because he just was kind of, the winner that day just took the lead and never looked back on the 0 feet rail. So, but I think he'll be okay here.
You can't really figure out on paper who's going to the front. I wish I knew.
I
wish I could tell you.
I wonder that too. It could be there. I would hope so. Mark Cassie here going to get a first-time gelding on this horse here. I wonder what kind of pace scenario it's going to be, Brian, because I feel like when we might have some horse with some crazy turn of foot here, but it kind of seems like if you're in the first flight and you have a little kick, you could win this.
Yeah, Edgard might go with the one Murabah horse you kind of like, but maybe it's disappointed
Yeah,
you.
he
Look
has.
at the Bullet at Palm Meadows. They might be going.
Yeah, they might be going. I would be shocked if he hung on to win, though.
Yeah, he's maybe maybe he needs a little bit of a drop, but we'll try him one more time. All right, that's it today. 11 races, of course, the mandatory Rainbow Six in race number 6. Let's just look back yesterday on what was going on, what we found out and didn't find out in the Fountain Youth. You know, I watched this race again in the office. Admittedly, it was only the second time I watched it again. Sovereignty, just a admitted kind of sort of short horse, and if he's going to win this race off that, you better look out.
Yeah, he really was. And I don't think it was any a question. I think if you probably asked Mr. Bill Mott about this horse, he would have said, we're just going to see the starting off point for him. And he's got a problem with really breaking from the gate and getting out and putting himself forward. But that was a perfectly timed ride by Junior Alvarado. And
great day for Junior.
Yeah, it was. He got Fort Washington home, too, which is not easy. And he got it done.
Is that the limit for River Thames? We're going to go 9 in a true race in the Florida Derby. He's got a run in it, but what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Getting a little late there.
Yeah, it is. I wonder what he'll do coming back. He still ran, like you said, he still ran hard.
You know who ran better than I gave him credit for, and he was probably not fully tightened? Burnham Square ran a little bit at the end. You see that?
Yeah, he did. I
thought maybe he got exposed a little bit, but I might retract that a little bit.
Yeah, I'm curious what the plan is with him moving forward, too.
Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to find out a lot more. Hopefully Sovereignty sticks. I know Bill had it front and center when we talked to him after the race. We'll have to just see. Curlin Florida Derby now, 27 days from today.
Amazing.
Can't wait. Royalty, that's the Queen's MG, one of the few horses to come through on the inside, but you know, Irad's great, and as soon as he came through on the inside, he moved off of that a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
Good effort here.
It was. La Cara, this is tough for her. She ran so hard at Tampa, and that was just 3 weeks ago. But I want to give her some credit because she did run really, really well there. Ballerino d'Oro ran well. She was getting strangled down in some kind of slow-ish fractions. So.
She ran exactly how you thought she was probably going to run. I would think Chad Brown was tickled with her effort because there's no way she was trying all that hard yesterday.
Yeah, agreed. And she had shipped to Fairgrounds a couple weeks before. So
that's a Kentucky Oaks filly right there, to be sure. Hey, mandatory day today. Race number 6, around 3:30-ish in the p.m. I think 3:31 is the official time. Probably go a little later than that. What a sequence. $4 million, give or take.
Yeah, it's a fantastic sequence, and I just was looking as well at the Coast to Coast Pick 5 today. It starts off with our race number 8, so that's exciting as well, and Pick 6 carryover at Santa Anita as well.
Yeah, 86,000.
Yeah,
I think
so hit it here and then go back at Santa Anita and put it into that.
Sign me up for that. How about your best bet today?
Love You Morgan.
Okay. Early. I'm in the rainbow. Race number 8 with the 2 here for a good time. Let's try to pop them on the turf, I hope. How about your long shot?
Oh, it was Bustin' Bullet, but that's not, I'm not going to.
But she's got prices in the rainbow, so take note of that. You got that Chilean bred who's 15. He's not going to be that with the scratch, unfortunately. No. My long shot in race number 10, it is the 10 for Marty Drexler. Ventrue back on the turf for Marty. What a fun sequence. There's some scratches and changes that are important and noteworthy today. That's why Pete's upstairs. We've got tickets out there, videos, and all that kind of good stuff. We're happy to have you aboard on another huge day here at Gulfstream Park.